I got it. The shapes are gone. Stream is up.
Yay!
Yay! Woohoo! Hey everyone, this is Mars. We're back in
Woo!
Minecraft. It's Minecraft Day. Woo!
I walked up to a chest and instead of opening it, I just pressed square and I was like, this doesn't look like a chest. uh,
The decision I have to make now. Do we go on a quest for pandas? Or do we go mining for diamonds and obsidian?
I don't know. I mean, do you know any good caves nearby? I feel like mining for diamonds and obsidian is pretty easy.
We never set
And
aside a
I...
quarry space.
No, we didn't.
We were like, we're gonna put a quarry space somewhere, and then we didn't do it.
I'm pretty sure if Razzo joins, we could ask him to do it. I could start working on a place to put a portal.
Okay.
Alright.
Mayhaps I will go mining then.
Alright.
I'm just gonna
nope,
grab
that
some
isn't a good
food.
place. I went into the underground and like dug a single block and I just made a window overlooking the village. I was like, no. This way seems to be a good option because there's plenty of space. So, I don't know. This way's towards the dungeon though. This way seems promising. Ooh. I was watching a bunch of old film. Those are pretty fun. I watched the Finding Dory ones. Oh,
Oh,
it's
hold
more
on, just a second.
Wow.
Weather warning. I'm supposed to be experiencing some pretty bad thunderstorms tonight
Oh,
in our
outside?
area. I'm
That's
doing it too. I hit the
unfortunate.
square.
Well, I'm breaking rock with a shovel. Mostly because it's like pretty much dead and I want to get it out of my inventory. There it goes. Alright, I'm gonna go back and get a pickaxe. Oh yeah, I can make one down here. It's amazing how I don't have to go on like an epic quest to get the resources to make a pickaxe. I can just make one here. It is a much simpler universe. You know, I find
Ow!
interesting though, well, we have died a whole bunch, but I think in Conan, we haven't died nearly as much as we have in Ark. What do you think?
Yeah.
Like, even though we had more advanced technology in Ark, we seem to be pretty good at not dying. when it comes to health management, Conan is actually a lot easier than Ark, really. Um, Health and food management, actually, Conan is a lot easier than Ark, because there are a lot of animals that we can find and kill that A, won't run away from us, and B, are just weak little things that are just filled with meat. You know? And so, like, we just walk up to a deer, and the deer won't even, it's like the deer doesn't even see us. And so, we just walk up to it and stab it, and one-shot it. And then we got, like, some savory flesh. And stuff like that. But, like, in
Delicious
Ark,
flesh.
the
Delicious
most
deer
common
flesh.
animal there is parasaur, and those things just take off the moment they see you, or like the moment you do damage to them.
They're pretty
You
good at
know?
booking it.
And like the other little small tiny meat creatures like give you barely enough meat to really sustain yourself for a long period of time. I mean, we do have that's true with the small meat creatures in Conan, but once again, in Conan they're just significantly easier to kill.
Yeah.
I think the main, yeah, I think the main threat is just the player's own stupidity. Like, say if we decided, hey, let's go take on that giant snake with our iron tools, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
that would
let's try
maybe
and fight a
die.
basilisk with garbage.
Let's try to fight a basilisk with a couple of iron stone knives and a spear. We can do it.
There's a zombie in my court. There's a zombie in my court.
Uh-oh.
Why is this room dark enough to spawn mobs?
I don't know. I've been putting lights everywhere. Like, seriously. Oh, maybe here in the middle. That's why I see dark spots here. I'll just plonk some torches down on this carpet. That's good enough. Whoop. Okay, so I'm excited,
Ow.
I'll be honest. Oh
Well,
no.
you're
Are you
my
being
fault.
attacked by more monsters?
Yeah, but that's my bedroom. It's my fault.
Oh. I'm excited, for tomorrow, because Morris and I have been making battle plans, and it's great. Conan is actually real fun.
It's like real fun.
Yeah. It's like Ark, but without all the BS. You know? I mean, there is a little bit of BS when the game doesn't register your damage output on enemies. That's a bit annoying, but it eventually corrects itself.
I don't think we've had anything too world-breaking in Conan yet, have we?
Other odd, like, lag experience and, like, me touching a chest and suddenly being sent to the void. No, nothing really world-breaking.
Which is significantly less than we've experienced in Ark, where we just walk along and then the world just collapses around us.
Yeah. Especially in Apparition, because, like, the earthquakes, I don't think the programming of Ark itself is, like, capable of really handling that. So sometimes you just get phased out of the world. Like, because it's like, the world isn't moving, the player is moving. And sometimes that doesn't quite very well with the programming of Ark, and you just end up falling through the world, or going through walls, or, you know, like, just being rendered completely defenseless to any, like, large predators that are unaffected by the earthquake. Only the players are. Like, we've seen this. Because when we're riding our dinos during an earthquake, we're not shaking around and bouncing around. We're riding through the earthquake normally. And that once again proves to me that the world isn't shaking. It's just the players that are just bouncing around.
There's just like a
Couple of
massive
shoes.
sound effect, and then they shake the players around for a while, and that's about it.
And now some resources rain from the sky.
Well, yeah.
We don't pick them up because we're at a point where we don't really need them. Oh man, and now we have, now we're like Drake tamers. I'm getting to the point where we have, really the world has opened up to us a lot more in Ark. And I'm excited, because when you actually look at our playthrough, we've only really explored about like 30% of the map in Ark. I'm getting pulled aside real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Alright. Well, that happened. I'm gonna grab some charcoal. I don't have any coal, apparently. I'm gonna grab some charcoal, make some torches, and... Ow! Make my way into a mine. Start mining resources. Whee! Punching wood. I feel like a noob. Probably should have grabbed an axe. Hey, there should be some coal in your chest, Jon Snow. Oh, no, that's okay. I got this. I can make charcoal. It'll be fine. It's fine. Come on. Come on, I just need enough to make a few torches. There we go.
I have returned. What you doing? Why are you whispering?
Huh? I'm not whispering. I'm fine.
Oh. Okay. What's that? Sorry, I got a notification on my phone.
Whose glass is this? Is this your glass?
Whose glass? What glass? Where?
There's glass and furnaces outside.
Oh yeah, I was making glass for potions.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember the, brewery that we have downstairs? Oh, I
Yeah, I
forgot to
remember
stock
that.
it with glass bottles. It's like owning a cafe, but it doesn't have a coffee machine. But it has everything else. It has, like, the mugs,
it's like...
it has the coffee
No,
pots.
you're missing everything but the mugs is the problem. You're missing everything.
but the mugs.
You're missing the mugs. You have everything but the mugs is what I mean.
Oh.
You have all these wonderful drinks, but you have nothing to put them in.
You can put them in bowls.
It's like soup but coffee. Oh my goodness. Okay, just
Better yet.
here.
No, sorry.
I'm trying to
Better yet,
remember
it's
controls
coffee bean
again.
soup.
Oh, I put the glass in this chest for you.
Okay. I'm taking all the glass out. And I'll turn it into these
Now
I have a lot of junk on me.
I can't. I'm just the controls. I'm so confused.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Should be enough
Oh wait,
until I find someone.
that's valuable. I'm emptying my inventory. I was like, wait a minute. That was important. Oh yeah, and I was hunting chickens. I think. Yeah, I was hunting chickens.
I think there was a spot where I was mining before. Can't remember where it was though.
Oh, I remember. There were a couple of caves. I know there was one in the area of the farm.
Boop, boop. Replant trees after you chop them. We don't want deforestation.
Here we are. Here's
Here
the
it
cave.
is. It doesn't really
I
go very
remember.
far.
No.
But I was
There's
just
also
gonna
Jon Snow's
dig
face.
myself a...
A quarry.
Ow.
We need a sword.
I have
Or
a sword
perhaps some poisoned arrows.
that you'll make and then I'll never use.
Yeah. Oh wait, we didn't do that in our stream world, did we?
Nope.
We're making references to a
Just
game that
joking.
nobody has seen. We should just start streaming our personal world. We just play it so much.
Just jump in
Honestly,
from
that'd
where
be-
we are.
Yeah, that'd be great. So you saw how we reacted to beginning, and you saw where we settled, and boom! This is what happened!
This is
I mean,
what
we've done it with
happened.
Ark. We've done it
That's
with Ark, so it'd be thematic. Where we just, like our original Ark series, we recorded a lot of it, and then we stopped, recording and started live streaming. We made a lot of progress, and all those recorded episodes that we never edited just got deleted. So we just went straight on from like where we started streaming. And honestly, the streaming is what seemed to be most successful, because we got the most views that way, and it saved a lot of time and space.
Yeah, because our systems were like, oh my gosh, you have no space. Please get rid of something. It was like, do
Yeah,
you want Ark to
before-
update or not? I was
Yeah,
like,
before
yes,
I could only
want Ark
have,
to
like-
update.
Before I could only have like really one game on my system. Because of all the footage that we had. It was just so much footage. And now I'm able to have, wait, let me check. I'm gonna check. Conan Exiles, Ark, Destiny 2, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Path of Exiles, Defiance 2050, and Minecraft, all on my PlayStation at the same time.
Ow!
Before
I
I could
found a
only have
cave.
one of those things. Oh, you found a cave. Hooray! And it's just like, wow, I have so much space.
Bread. Yeah, that footage really took up a lot of space.
I think the same things happen with my phone, where I have like pages of memes and just photos. Now I don't have any room to add anything else.
My phone is
I
kind of
love it
this, kind of similar, but to be honest, a lot of it is just Cade 6. I don't know what that says about me as a person, but that's what it is.
You just like Destiny. You like a game that you rarely ever play.
No, no, no. I don't like Destiny. I like Cade 6.
You like Cade. You're like a character from the game you never play.
I did play. Look, I played through the whole
You played it.
regular campaign.
Yeah. And I was like, I could make a bunch of effort to like get you all the DLCs, because I did eventually get all the DLCs and they're really good. But you'll be like, nope, never play them because Cade's alive and
I would play through the 2 that he is alive through.
The sad thing is that the last one is the best one when it comes to Cade. It's exactly what he would have wanted.
I know. See, I probably
How
would
I
play
would've
it if I had it. I would just be really sad. Like, I would just be like ranting about how sad I am about it all. And
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, let's have this conversation. His last will
Okay.
and testament, he has declared that whoever
Whoever killed
kills
him,
the
like,
hunter that kills him is the one that gets to take his place.
not
And
only whoever killed him, it's whatever person, animal, meteorological, cosmic phenomena kills me is entitled to have all of my stuff and whatever I have hidden around the solar system. So basically, if he got killed by anything, like if he got killed by a storm, they just throw his junk into the clouds.
and like we go and kill him, right? Because we go and I know how how it goes. You
Yeah.
kill the guy, and now he's gonna get brought back. That one ghost that's like been wandering around forever, like, I don't have a person, I'm looking for the right person. He goes and picks him. Like, really? Really?
Takes Aldrich, whatever his name is. Aldrin.
Yeah.
My favorite meme that I've seen from Destiny. I'll have to send it to you because it it's just real funny. I'm not like we usually like to keep swear words at a minimum. That's why I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna suggest words. Also, I can't show you the picture. Like, the picture is like half the fun of any real meme. Here we go. Oh, no, that's not it. That's the picture for it, though. Here we go. I found it. There. I sent it to you once. I love this. I love the picture. I'm sorry, the suspense is awful. Probably. I'll probably upload it like as an image to my YouTube account or something whenever I feel like not being lazy.
So, probably never gonna happen.
Yeah. Did you see it, Morris?
Let me see. Just on my notifications, I saw half of it in the face, man. I'm the most powerful guardian who ever lived breaks a half-decade-long vow of silence.
Oh, I love it because it's true. If you actually look at your Guardian's career through Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, you, the Guardian, have killed gods that eat planets. In fact, sometimes they even come from other dimensions. And it's crazy, because by the time Destiny 2 rolls around, and when you're finished with all the other DLCs, and you finally get to killing Prince Aldrin, you have, like, killed, like, 7 gods. Right? So really, the whole time, like, you're going around doing all these missions, killing all these people to get to Prince Aldrin, you know how powerful you are, and you know, like, the absolute crap storm that is blowing onto Prince Aldrin's door by the time you all covered in the blood of your enemies, wearing their discarded loot that you've ripped out of their cold, dead hands, pieces of flesh that you've pried off of gods that you've killed with handguns and assault rifles. By the time you finally get there, you yourself are practically more powerful than any god that has ever appeared in the known universe at that point. Just the magnitude of that meme is hilarious. It's great. My favorite part And the part that makes me the most sad about Forsaken is the conversation that you have with your ghosts. The conversation you have with your ghost specifically about I'm not sure if I should explain how the Forsaken thing works, but it's you already know how it ends. So basically, what happens is that Aldrich, whatever his name is, Prince Ulcer, has has this gang of baddies. They're big bads, and they all know where he is. But and they're all gonna back him up if you fight him, right? And so you can't just fight him outright for some reason, even though you totally could fight them all at once. Because once again, you've killed gods, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, for story reasons, you can't fight them all at once. So a majority of the story is picking off his bosses one by one, like some kind of weird coward. Though I personally would have enjoyed just taking them all on at once, because I'm pretty sure the Guardian could if they really wanted to.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
In fact, I'm pretty sure with enough trial and error and enough effort, the Guardian could probably take on Ulcer's baddies, his cronies, himself, and whatever gods he's faced in the past at once, and probably still come out on top. All he needs is like a high enough light level, and he can do anything.
You can do anything once you reach that light level. Once you reach whatever their max, you know, every time they increase the max. Once you reach that, there is no losing anymore.
No.
You're done. You beat the game.
You basically become like Saitama, who just kind of sits there because you like wasting time.
You did
by
it.
the way,
You
I
beat
think
the
the
game.
maximum... Go home.
Go. It's over. Go home. Why are you still here? What are you doing here? The movie's over. Go home.
I think the light level maximum is like 670 or something, somewhere around the 600.
God, I'm not even close to that.
Yeah, you're like 400 something, and I'm barely close to that, because I did all the DLCs in like 580, 570, somewhere around there. I'm close, but no cigar kind of deal. And the reason why I could be all the way up there, but because I'm me, I like making things extra challenging. I have these two exotic weapons. They're basically like the whole thing about them is that they're golden age weapons. They're old. If anything else, they're old. It's basically a tiny little Luger. That's the only way I would describe the Durang. It looks like a PO8. And the I can't remember what the other one's called. It's the bigger hand cannon that comes with the Durang. It looks like a giant C96. Both of these are like pistols from like the First World War, right? They're modeled after those guns, and it's hilarious that I've been using them. And what I've been doing is taking the time to farm and infuse those guns and my old armor with like really high leveled stuff. So I keep my original aesthetic because I liked the way my original Guardian looked. He was nice. I liked him. But now I look like some kind of purple weirdo. Yeah, I do. I look like what is it? I look like a pearl. That purple.
You look like a pearl, but purple. Oh. Oh, that's awful.
I look like...
No offense
like
to
a
pearls,
pearl.
but... I don't think that kind of look suits you. Oh, I found a pet.
Before I used to be all like red, gold, and blue. I used to be all dressed in like royal regalia because my faction that I worked with was the New Monarchy. But I can't get the New Monarchy armor and stuff anymore because the New Monarchy faction has closed down. Like they stopped doing that. And so then I really like the New Monarchy armor set, because nobody can get those anymore. So it's like exclusive. So I'm probably the only person in the whole game, or like a very small percentage of the whole of players in the whole game that is wearing full new monarchy regalia, and I like the way it looks. The only armor set I believe I would trade out for the new monarchy regalia would be Callus's chosen armor set, but the only way I could get a complete armor set like that is by completing the Dreadnought, the World Eater raid, I believe, where you go to the Emperor of the Cabal's flagship and you just do a bunch of killing for him, and he gets a good chuckle out of it, and that's it. But yeah, I completely lost track of what I'm doing. I'm just kind of staring at a wall talking about Destiny.
I'm mining.
I never got to do. I was gonna make poisoned arrows. There we go. I never got to do any of the raids, Destiny 1 or Destiny 2. So I never got to do any of the raids because I just don't have enough friends. You need like a crew.
That sounds
like
so sad.
5. Yeah. You need a crew of 5 people to complete these raids, and there's only 3 of us. If we include Razzo, there's only 3 of us. We don't have enough people. Like, you need 5 people. Like, there's only, like, there's puzzles that physically are to complete. Like, there are 5 buttons to press at the same time kind of deal. It's real annoying. I had a chance to complete the raid, because when I first started playing Destiny 2, Razzo was in a clan, and they invited me to raid, but Morse called me, and I was like, nah, these guys are weird anyways.
I'm sorry. I ruined your chances.
No, it's fine. I didn't want to be in the clan anyways. They were like weirdly fanatic about Destiny 2.
They were like, this is the only game you play and you must play it all day, every day.
We are fighting in the name of light! And for the Traveler and all that. They're like a bunch of Templars. And I was like, look, I'm probably the worst Warlock ever, to be honest. If anything, I would have made a better Titan than I would have been a Warlock. But I like the Warlock because I like the power set. I like the jetpack. I know the Titan gets a jetpack, but the Warlocks look prettier.
I was honest about myself. For the loot.
For the loot. Yeah. I like the Warlocks. Because I really like the power set, and I like how fast they are. Not to say that they're, like, faster than a hunter, but, like, the damage output is just stupid with the right outlet, like, with the right, loadout. Titans, they can be offensive. They're like big tanks that eat a lot of damage, and they can, like, set up shields and, like, defend points. But, what is it? Warlocks are like the assaults, and hunters are like the scouts, and you know.
That's fair.
What is it? Titans are the heavies, you know. And I just like being an assault. I'm basically a glass cannon. I go in there, I do a bunch of damage, but my health pool is so tiny I end up dying.
You're like, I'll die,
so
but I'll take you with me.
Yeah. Yeah, even though I'm dead, everything else in the room is dead with me.
I just kind of sneak by and go, ooh, is that loot? You guys take care of that. I'll get the loot. I don't know, Destiny is a good game, but I'm not too interested in sitting and farming for ages and just to raise my light level. I finished the story, and I'm done. I'm good. it. I'm satisfied with that.
Yeah.
Where I left it.
After the story, there's really not much other than side missions. You can go about doing all the side missions, and you know, knock it all out. Then yeah, there's nothing. And usually, the side missions are things that you're supposed to do while doing the main story, anyways, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense. 'Cause it's like, yeah, it's like. You gotta stop this thing from destroying the war mind, even though the war mind is already active and completely taking care of itself. Maybe Rasputin just decided to be late.
You know, he could be having a lazy day.
Yeah.
I don't need sticks in my hotbar. Why are there sticks in my hotbar?
The size of the solar system. By the way, my favorite DLC for the new Destiny besides Forsaken was Warmind. I really liked it. It was basically about Rasputin, which, by the way, the whole time we were doing Warmind, I had the song Rah Rah Rasputin by can't remember what their name is, by Boney M playing in my head. It's the funkiest you'll ever hear about Russia. It's great. Putin approves. Anyway, it's great. It's this giant computer.
Dude.
What?
I found.
What you found diamonds?
No. Not diamonds.
Oh, heck yeah.
Not diamonds.
Basically, it's this...
Not diamond.
Oh, you found...
What's that? I can't understand you. You keep cutting out.
It's probably the thunderstorm flowing, yeah.
Probably.
Because I don't really understand you either. I'm just hearing syllables and piecing together words.
That's okay. I speak mostly in syllables anyway. That's how language works. There's syllables that come together to form words. So, no, I found. Looks like I found found a fortress.
Oh, you found the end fortress. Oh my gosh, that's significantly more valuable than diamonds.
I just stumbled upon it. Like I was just walking, and then boom, I'm in the hall.
Oh, my broadcast is ended.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh well. We're going through some stormy seas, folks. Good thing we have Morse's broadcast still running. It's not like anybody really watches this. And I say that, like, not because I'm, like, dissing myself for being insecure. I really don't care, because this is my personal account and not my actual one. I'm just cheating so Morse doesn't feel like she's the only one. But really, I feel all my publicity is just through Morse. I don't really care. Like I've said many times in the past.
I'm gonna see if I can find the end portal.
Man, a fortress! What luck that we've built our castle on top of a fortress.
I can't believe it. Like I was just walking down. Is this the one I came through? Yeah.
Oh, you know, it'd be cool if I like dug
I'll just
down
put those back for those.
and, like,
somebody else can find
if
them.
if I could connect to the
I found the library.
Cool, right?
That would be cool.
It's like a castle.
There's enchanted books in here.
What happened in... I can't remember what ancient city it was. It's like... It's not Machu Picchu. It's one of those ancient Incan cities in South America where it's like there's like the really, really old pre-Incan structure, and then the Incans built their cities on top of it, and then the Spanish built their city on top of that city, and then like the modern day city is just being built. So it's just like a layer cake of history. It's hilarious.
Nice. Loyalty, I want that.
What's confusing though about the construction of that city is that the pre-Incan civilization higher quality construction standards than the modern day one. So it's like it's going backwards in building standards, where it's like, you know, clay, ceramic brick on top of like stone and mortar, on top of stones that have been basically carved specifically to fit where they're like, you know, like those walls that are like so perfectly constructed. That's what that city is sitting on top of. It's great. I love it. And like the Spanish colony buildings are just falling apart and looking all gross and decrepit and needing constant maintenance. But these structures that have been sitting there for like thousands of years are just fine.
Question:
Yeah.
what's the channeling enchantment?
Channeling. Channeling is for tridents. It's so you can strike things with lightning.
Sweet, I found it.
During rainy days. Oh, sweet. I want to go down there and explore that cave. I'm not really set up for looting. Well, I can loot. I need to get rid of these doors and this dirt. Boom. Empty inventory. Now I'm ready to go mining. Oh wait, crafting bench and some sticks. There we go. That's all I need. Oh yeah, and some food, but I have like pork chops and stuff.
Hmm.
You dig down here.
Yeah, there's like I'll meet you
Little
at the...
tiny spiral staircase.
Yeah, it
pile
comes
of
to a
blocks.
room and then that room has another staircase in it. Hello, it's right over here.
Hey.
Boom. See, I walked down here and I just saw this and I was like,
Oh my gosh.
And then I opened it
just
up.
goes straight in.
yeah.
Wow, this is great. We didn't even know this was here. This is amazing. Couldn't have put our castle in a location any better than this one. Like, how even did we manage that? Oh, I found a chest. What's in the chest? Some
Boom, I found the
apples.
portal.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna take the bread and boots out of this chest. Can I put an apple into the portal?
There's silverfish.
Oh no, did you turn PvP off? Actually, you probably could turn off PvP in Minecraft. Uh-oh. But it's not like we're flailing around swords.
Dude, go away.
Oh, I thought the bat was attacking you. Oh, it's because there's the silverfish spawning.
Yep, yeah, I don't like destroying it.
Yeah. Oh. No, there's not a way we can make them just quite yet. I thought there was, but we can spawn them in creative mode instead. It doesn't seem like it's stopped spawning things. I have a solution.
That seems like
Ooh.
a solid solution. Well,
I'm
I
gonna
guess
set
we
the
can
floor on
destroy.
fire.
I guess we can destroy it. I mean, it's not like you and I can't pop into creative and put a new one down if we ever need to.
That's true. Also, silverfish aren't really helpful for anything. Ah, take that silverfish.
The deed's
You're on
been done.
fire. How do you feel about that,
Alright.
silverfish?
The portal has
Still-
2 eyes. So 3, 6, 9, 10. We need 10 eyes. Now we can go
Yeah.
to the end.
Sweet.
Boom.
I'm gonna put a glass block here.
Nice.
I'm gonna dump the spare in here. You like a new pair of boots? Oh wait, you're covered in diamonds. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm like, we need to find diamonds as they run around in full diamond armor.
Yeah, but we spawned it in creative mode.
I know.
We want to do some things in survival. I mean, we only did creative mode really so we could build the castle. I'm pretty sure there's like chests of diamonds in here.
Yeah.
And if we dig around like in the caves that oh, I think you've been down here. The caves that this leads to, I'm pretty sure we'll just find diamonds because we're on the same level as they are. But... boop, 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 boop. I wonder what the people building this structure were thinking. You know, if there was a civilization that built this place. Hey,
Yeah. Let's
build
make our
tunnels in
hallways
every
super
random
confusing.
Oh, what if it was on purpose though? What if they were building a labyrinth to keep people out of the portal?
True. I found lapis. Hmm.
Oh,
Delicious.
sweet.
I don't know why I said
Lapis
delicious.
It's because you're picking it up from me. Usually when I find resources, I usually describe them as delicious. Delicious iron.
Oh no. It's spreading.
I like how you pointed it out. I wasn't even going to acknowledge the fact that you said that, other than like me in my mind going, huh, that's something that I would normally say. uh, uh,
I'm like, why did I just describe lapis as delicious?
because it is. Mmm. It's blue.
Good old blue. I found gold.
Good old blue. Lapis does look like blue jelly beans.
That's true.
They're like wrinkly blue jelly beans, though. I found out. I thought up of a Earth exclusive insult for gyms. I think it would take it'd be a step up. Like if somebody wants to call another gym something harsher. Oh, hey, look, diamonds.
Yep.
Something harsher than a clod, right? So you can call someone a caprolite, right? Because what a caprolite is, it's fossilized dinosaur feces. That's why it's Earth exclusive. Because I doubt Homeworld would be producing caprolites. Because I don't know what use like fossilized dinosaur poop would be to Homeworld.
That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's great. Which is why I think minerals like coal shouldn't be turned into gemstones. I mean, they could be, depending on if they're like whatever they were made by, whatever world that they were made on had like life on it and potential to have fossils. But I do not see the purpose, like behind having a coal. Like, what function would they have in homeworld society? You know, because that's just how they are. They wouldn't just make things just to make things.
Here we go with the make things homeworld. Who made the diamonds, right? If the diamonds are the
Oh yeah.
So who made?
They're gonna do things like art.
Who made the gems to begin with? Because if they have to be made, who made them to start with? Where did the first gem come from?
My theory is that on Homeworld, silicone-based life forms, and technically the diamonds are carbon-based life forms. Let's face it. Um, uh, I think like silicon-based life forms are just a thing that happens on Homeworld naturally, which is why I think the pebbles, because we actually see pebbles, like living pebbles. I think those were the original natives of Homeworld. And I think so were the diamonds. They just took a lot longer to form. Like they formed naturally, basically, just like the pebbles, except they went through a lot bigger and longer process. That's what my theory is.
Jason says he's thinking about joining a D&D club. That
Ooh,
sounds
sweet.
awesome.
Jon Snow?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. I guessed. I thought you said Jason.
No, I said Jay Snow.
Jay Snow? Yeah, for some reason I thought you I was like, sweet! Go for it, Jason! Oh. There you go. I've logged into the stream so I can see the chat because I don't think my stream is streaming anymore. Yeah. I wonder what happens if I put a bow in there. Nope. Oh, it did! It burnt it! I burnt the bow.
I would think so.
Be proud of me, Morris.
Yes.
The science. What? I just heard a bunch of hissing from your end.
I said yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
I just heard the yes. There's
Yes.
some coal up here. I'll take that coal for the fire. Coal.
I keep hitting the square to interact with things.
Wait, why would Homeworld? Oh, I'm pretty sure. I was gonna ask why would Homeworld make more gyms if they're gonna move past their planet-destroying ways. You know, I mean, you could argue they could destroy planets that don't have life on them, but who's to say life will never develop on those planets? So would it be unethical to destroy even those planets? Really? So what's gonna happen with the gyms? Are they just gonna go extinct after like a period of time?
I'm a very
gyms
shy
are
person,
immortal,
so I'm
but
a little
eventually
bit
they
scared.
do.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I started with the way I did D&D was I started it with like people I already knew, so I wouldn't have to worry about not knowing people.
You and me and a bunch of friends did D&D. Was our first game of D&D like literally going into like a practice run of the mechanics of it, going into a forest encampment?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I'm sorry about freezing you, setting you on fire and then freezing you. Oh, memories.
Every time, because I watched the animated spell book, it's this, there's this, I can't remember the name of the channel, but he does, like, animated Dungeons and Dragons stuff, like, he teaches about, like, different mechanics, and like, he tells stories, and he's got this, animated spell book, where he explains some spells and how they function, but he also just tells like stories about mechanics and things and ways to help you understand the game. And there's this one episode that's just all about shared memories, talking about some of the magic of playing it, like just playing the game. And he's like, the most magical thing about it is like the memories and the connections you make with people. And it's like this huge, it's a really emotional episode to watch. I really enjoy watching it. I've watched it several times, but every time I watch it, he's like, you remember, because he talks about like, when you play D&D, you don't remember, when you like think back on it, you don't remember like sitting at a table staring at a sheet of numbers. You remember being the gnome barbarian and dodging the arrow that hit the wizard, and your friend remembers being the wizard that got hit with the arrow. And so it's like you remember the events that happened in the game like they happened to you, and I always remember that being blasted with a fireball and then being frozen. That's always what I remember.
Yeah. Alright, I can't remember the guy who made D&D, but there was a really funny story about him. Is it this guy? Give me a second. But, oh yeah, I think his name is Daniel David Palmer. But anyway, what happened was, like how D&D came to be, is that this guy, was apparently spending a lot of time, away from his wolf, basically. And what happened is that she heard him and several other voices in her basement, right? And so she went down there expecting him to, you know, find him doing drugs or find him like with doing bad things, you know? And instead what she found him doing is that her husband and a bunch of his friends were sitting on the floor of the basement with a bunch of hand-drawn maps and dice, just kind of ranting about numbers and stuff like that, and that's how D&D started becoming, like, got developed. Really? It was just this, it was like, that was the scandal behind D&D, how it was when it was first made, and I find it really funny. I didn't really tell the story the way it actually went down because I couldn't find it, but that's basically what happened, and I think it's hilarious.
Jason
She's like
says that's the
expecting him
thing
to
about
do.
great. That's the great thing about D&D. You lose yourself in there. Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah. You become your character. You become Angus. You become Therigal. The character that resonates with me the most for some reason is Grimbo.
It sure has stuck
I don't know
around.
why. I think he's just really funny. He's basically just an angry lizard man with the mentality of like a feral dog. He's just being dragged around on these adventures. And I think that's hilarious. He's like, he's like a stupid version of the Hulk if the Hulk had no soul. uh, he just wants to eat things.
If the Hulk had no soul.
Yeah, because even the Hulk would stop and, like, you know, say, oh, look at that puppy, it's such a cute puppy. But Grimbo would just stop and probably try to eat the puppy. Because that's just how Grimbo rolls.
Jason says, I can't wait to play my half-orc bard. Oh no, a bard! Oh
A
man,
bard!
that's gonna be
Well,
amazing.
Phil, give your DM a pretty hard time. Just
The
breaking the story
memes you
and
can
seducing
create
the
as a
enemies.
bard. Oh, Dungeon Master, it's a really nice, super bad evil guy you've got there. It would be a shame if my bard seduced him.
Originally, I wanted to be there was a part of me that wanted to be like this super cool, half-orc. He wasn't a bard, he was like a rogue. He was like a con artist who was like really good at like talking people into doing everything. That's what I wanted to do. He was he was pretty funny. I never really made a name. For some reason, his character tropes kind of like filtered through me and into Angus, where he's just where he just doesn't care about everything and just wants to like, you know, screw over everyone else for his own personal benefit. And I think I never got to really play that character, but I actually had like a little bit of his stats written down. He was a orcman. His name was like it was like Daniel William Edwards. You know the saying where you can't trust a man with two first names? Well, this guy's got three. Kind of deal. And like the whole thing, it's like it's very ambiguous about his name. And he wears like a white suit and he has an afro. It's basically dressed like medieval Elvis with a flintlock pistol tucked in his back pocket. That's basically him.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, that was the character I had planned out for because I wanted to join the D&D group that my college had, but everybody there was not my kind of person I'd want to hang out with, you know? For some reason they really hated elves. I don't know why. I understand, but I understand their anguish from a dwarf perspective, but you know, I wouldn't go as far as they would. I would occasionally make fun of an elf, but I wouldn't discriminate elves entirely.
As an elf, that's great to hear. I don't think I've ever played a character that wasn't some kind of elf.
No, wasn't your first character an elf?
That's what I'm saying. I've never played a character that was not an elf.
Oh, that wasn't an elf. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Except for playing as Morse herself, but that's...
Yeah. I've played as pretty much all the little people. I've played as a gnome. I've played as a halfling. I played as a dwarf. I remember being a dwarf. I don't remember what class I was as a dwarf. I was either like a warrior or a fighter. I was one of those classes. Oh, there's a skeleton all the way up there. Do I have any arrows? No, I do not, but I do have a fishing rod. Have at these. What happened to my fishing rod?
Oh, I'm trying to swim up to get to him.
Skeleton. Yep. I've dragged the skeleton and killed him. I killed him with a fishing rod.
Beautiful.
Are you proud of me?
The thing is, they live so long.
Hmm.
Oh, his name would be Relo? R-E-L-O. Oops.
If you want to go with long lives, you should be like a gnome or something. Like gnomes can live up to like 600 years. Bibbins, I believe, he was like 330 something.
Bibbins Dismil. Bibbins was particularly small. He was a midget man. What was he, like a foot tall?
Yeah, he was basically a foot tall.
But then
like
his hat was also a foot tall, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Most of his body mass came from his hat.
Wouldn't he store everything in his hat?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if it was like a magical dimension or something, but I imagine Bibbins' carry weight was absolute garbage, but we never actually got to a point where we were picking up a lot of stuff.
But an elf can live for like 750, yeah.
I was my other character is a dragonborn. I think dragonborns actually have shorter lives than most other things. Like they don't even not even sure if they live as long as humans do. Because I think they like get old at like they're considered old at like the age of 50. So yeah, Grimbo doesn't have that much of a lifespan. He's basically like the dog of Dungeons and Dragons characters. Like he lives for only a small percentage of people's lives, like 5% of their life, I think. That's fine. Grimbo has like a whole clan named after him. Grimbo and Clan Grimbo.
That's right, everybody is named Grimbo. They just have different titles.
Grimbo. Grimbo the Savage, son of Grimbo the Ruthless and Grimbo the Bloodthirsty.
I can't believe I forgot.
Yeah, brother to Grimbo the Heartless. Married to, I can't remember who Grimbo was married to. It was like married to Grimbo the, like, Unruly or something. Grimbo the Unruly. Son of Grimbo the Bane. And it just goes on. There's just nothing but Grimbos. I feel like every time I make a new Grimbo, I should name him something else, like Grimbo the something. Grimbo the Stupid.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. How did you know? Mostly because I immediately thought of Udi the Stupid.
Uri.
You be having a bit too many pig legs there.
Speaking of peg legs, in the world that Razzo and I have been playing, we've been taking on the plan, and they're basically just a bunch of land pirates. Like that's all they are. And I found a pair of boots that like changes one of my legs into a peg leg. And it's hilarious because I was like outside and I found this, and I was like, Razzo, look at what you've done to me! And he went outside and looked and saw my leg was gone and I had a peg leg, and he's like, how could this happen? You were fine just a few seconds ago!
Ah, that's a good one.
Oh, there was this game called Neverwinter. It was supposed to be like virtual D&D, but I deleted it. And I never actually played it for the sole reason I couldn't play as a gnome. They don't have gnomes in Neverwinter. I'm not playing this garbage. I'm pretty sure it's a good game, but for the pure reason I couldn't play as Bibbins or Grimbo, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna play. It's like, nope. So we have 4
I never
diamonds.
actually played it. I never did because I was gonna play it with you, and you were like, I'm never playing it, and I'm never gonna play it because I can't play as Bibbins or Grimbo. And I was like, oh, okay. If you play that game, I'll play with you.
Oh, okay. Now I feel bad.
Great.
You have
It'll
it on
be
your
the 3 of
console,
us.
right?
That would be so cool. Yeah, I mean, well, it's in my library. I don't have it installed, but I can reinstall it.
Okay, fine. I'll be salty about not being able to play as Bivens or Grimbo, but I'll do it.
I don't even know what character classes they have. Like, I don't think I ever actually even got to see, because I think you opened it up before me, and I never even made, like, a character or anything.
Oh, I didn't open it up. I didn't even open it up. I installed it, asked Chris what the races were, and I was like, I heard halfling. I was like, it only goes up to halfling? There's no gnomes? He's like, nope, no gnomes. And I was like, this game's awful. just to be difficult.
The 3 of us should play. That would be amazing. I have torches. It's just I haven't found
Yeah.
any place new in a while. It's just dead ends.
Hey, look, there's up here. I found the up. Plonk, plonk, plonk. Perhaps it will lead us to different cave
Maybe.
tunnels. Oh wait, no, never mind. It just leads us to the same one. I was excited for a moment, but no. I thought it was like a ravine on top of this ravine, but then I was like, ravines are really tall. There's a part of me that kind of really does. I like and dislike ravines at the same time, because of instances of skeletons like this, and because it's just so hard to like traverse them.
Well, we found 4 diamonds. We can make
Get
an
down here,
enchanting
skeleton.
table.
I'm losing a battle with the skeleton. I'm
Or
on
we
like
could make,
2
well,
hearts.
we don't really need a diamond pick. We can make an enchanting table.
Yeah. We don't. We just mold the lava.
Yeah.
We just need enough iron, which we have. There's a skeleton somewhere on the ridges. Be careful, he's a meanie. Oh, I think he's directly above.
Dodo creeper.
Boop 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 boop.
I'm a creeper! Minecraft's creeper!
I'd say that. I know it's a rep. I've seen it before.
It's a good
You've shown
one.
it to me.
It's a good
We
one.
watched it together. I know. We watched both of them together actually. There's like a type A and type B.
Yeah, there's an ending A, ending B. In one ending, the creepers blow up a creeper face in the world, and in the other ending, Steve runs by and just punches the creeper to the ground and goes, no.
Yeah,
Would you
sounds about
guys
right.
play Saleable 3? I don't have that. What is that?
What is that?
S-A-L-A-B-L-E. Saleable?
Able?
Salable?
Allable.
I think it might be. It might be a typo, I'm not sure.
Is it Fable? Fable 3? I've heard of that. Fable's pretty fun. My favorite thing about Fable is that I became the literal devil because I kept stealing people's bread. Like I started growing horns. That was great. I became really good at stealing things. I only stole food in Fable because like I only stole food and like gold. Um because that was like the only thing that really mattered to me at the time because I had pretty good weapons. I could just make if there were weapons better than mine, I could just make them.
Diablo 3. Diablo
Oh,
3.
Diablo. It's like a top-down dungeon crawler, right?
I think I had a demo for a Diablo game once, but I've never played more than that.
I've only seen like a little bit of footage from Diablo games. A game that's okay that I've enjoyed playing. It's this game called Path of Exiles. It's a top-down strategy game as well. Well, not really strategy, but it's alright. It's an RPG kind of deal. It's a really long story. Like, that's all it is. It's a really long story and exploring the world that they've set up for you. What's amazing is that all of the dialogue is actually voice acted, but the
Nice.
voice actors have the personality of boards, so it can be a little boring at times. But sometimes you actually do hear some actual emotions in there.
It's
It's
like
really good.
talking to Plank.
Yeah. It's like talking to Plank, but then sometimes Plank is replaced with an actual person. Like there's just it's like I think it's like a small cast of voice actors doing different voices. That's usually how it is. But there's just this one voice actor that you can really tell is putting their heart and soul into it. And then there's the other
Nice.
voice actor who's just trying a little too hard to be stoic, and you just can't tell who's saying what anymore because they all have the same voice. uh,
It's
it's
like
good
all of his
though.
parts speak to each other at once, and then it's like, okay, no, you just sound like one person.
Uh, it's good though. I think you like it. Um,
I
the
think I'm gonna
menus are
take
a
these
bit
valuables
confusing
back
though.
up
Yeah.
stairs.
The menus and like upgrade and augmentation mechanics are like really weird though. Um, I think a class that you'd probably like would be the ranger or the witch.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds typical of
The
me, yes.
the class I chose was the marauder. It's basically a barbarian, but all of my attacks are like, I'm basically just an earthbender.
Oh,
It's basically what fighting thing is. I don't think this is a staircase, Morse. This seems promising.
this looks familiar.
Yeah, the skill tree is just this big, big, confusing, interconnected mass, though. Because even though you're a marauder, it doesn't mean you can't learn the skills of a wizard.
Nice.
Yeah, and like with the wizard, there are like all these paths you can go down. Like you can do what Chris did, and become like a necromancer and summon an army of minions to like do your bidding. Or you can learn all these buffs and supports to support your team. Or you can learn all these offensive skills like shooting fire and water and lightning every which direction kind of deal. Or like with the Marauder, you can be like me, this big defensive wall that can just send rocks and spikes and debris flying
That
in
is
every which
not the way
direction.
home.
Or you could be, once again, like, there's all these different weapon masteries that you can do with the Marauder. Like, you can do two-handed, you can do dual-wielding, you can do one-handed, you can do shield, you can do all this stuff as a Marauder. Not necessarily with magical abilities, but with the weapons themselves, you can
Hmm,
do stuff with that. It's pretty cool.
that sounds cool.
Yeah. I don't know what the archers do. The archers just have bows and go pew pew pew. I haven't really seen much of the archers. I'm only limited class skill wise to the amount to what I've seen um, from what I've played so far. I know
Did it.
these
I found the way.
clerics. Aw, sweet. I know the other classes are cleric, rogue, and well, I think that's it. It's marauder, witch, cleric, rogue, and ranger. There's no character creation though, like the preset characters are what you got to play with. It's free. It's free. It's just a free game. It's not even a free game of the month. It's just free. So it's a pretty good free game.
made it. Enderman.
Hmm.
Let's
Oh, well, I'm
kill
being
it.
attacked by phantoms. I'm going ghost. Oh. Ow. Oh, there's a new Joker movie coming out. They just released the trailer today. It's
Really?
kind of creepy. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. It's coming out October, sometime in October.
Fitting.
October 4th, I think it is, and it's a story about, they're taking like lore from the original Joker comics where like when he first appeared,
Nice.
basically. Yeah, so it's like how the Joker came to be. It's just a movie all about him and his insanity. And like basically the trailer is just the Joker or like the pre-Joker just getting the crap kicked out of him by basically the world. And it's kind of sad and it drives him crazy. And you know, standard Joker stuff. It has I don't what is interesting that I saw about the trailer is that the trailer was just about the Joker. Nothing to do with Batman. It was like before the Joker and Batman even knew each other, you know?
Nice. That sounds
Yeah,
really
so it's
nice.
gonna
That
be an
sounds like a great movie.
yeah, it's gonna be an interesting story. Yeah, he looks pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Um, like I don't think he does like the Joker scar thing in this movie. But instead, I think he does. I can't remember the name of the serial killer that dressed up like a clown and went and did kids' birthday parties. But he looks kind of like that guy. uh, Basically, it's pretty creepy.
Oops.
I think, but you can really see like the choice, the casting choice. They really wanted to. They really wanted to stick with the Heath Ledger aesthetic to the Joker. You know, from The Dark Knight.
Yeah, yeah, I remember those.
But the Joker actually has a really good laugh. You see it in the trailer. It's a really good laugh. Solid Joker laugh. Um, Mark Hamill would be proud.
No.
Yeah. He's not dead, he'd just be proud. Probably. I just wouldn't care. um, I don't know what Mark
We should
Hamill thinks.
probably
But
sleep.
I know for a fact, Mark Hamill, in case you don't know, Mark Hamill is the guy who did Luke Skywalker. For people who don't know who Mark Hamill is, pretty sure about half of the people understand now. He had tons of fun being the Joker because, like, for the first time in his career, he's not the hero. He's the furthest from being a hero he could possibly be. And I love it. I love that about Mark Hamill, because he was hoping to be a bad guy or an anti-hero or something along those lines. Because, that, you know, playing those roles is just real fun. You can do a lot more with a crazy, the madman who, like, literally gasses people for, like, for giggles, you know, than you could with, like, the stoic brick that is Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Hello,
can
wolf
change his...
furry. Ah,
Hello,
woo.
Wolf Furry. Oh, hi, Jon Snow. Should we send Jon Snow an invite? Uh,
We totally can.
we can. Who's in charge of the party?
I am now
Yeah.
to think about it. Well, free, in case you didn't know, this is a world where we play with people who watch us. So you can join in our world. It is. It's in the description. take a moment and remember how to invite a person, and there we go.
Yeah.
Boom.
I think, actually excited for that Joker movie. Normally I don't look forward to DC movies because DC movies are kinda not good. Not gonna lie.
Live action ones, anyway.
Yeah, the live action ones are kind of not good. Like the recent ones, like, what is it? I haven't even seen Justice League, but I know it's gonna be just about the same quality as, what is it, Batman versus Superman. That actually made me sad, to be honest, Batman versus Superman. The whole plot point behind it being that Batman's mom, his name, is named Martha, and Superman's mom is also named Martha. And that's like the turning point that their moms have the same name. And it's really just playing into the fact that Batman is just this billionaire orphan with the mentality of like a 3-year-old. He's like, ah, you mommy have same name. That make me sad. We can now relate and become friends, even though I literally tried to stab you in the heart like 5 seconds ago.
I haven't seen the movie, but I've heard how awful it is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I already knew.
To be honest, it's not worth seeing.
I know, that's
It's
why I haven't seen it.
It's Batman tries to fight Superman. Superman's like, yeah, mate, you're not gonna do anything to me because I'm literally God. And then Doomsday shows up and punches both of them in the face.
Like surprise.
Basically, like Lex Luthor just does something stupid, creates Doomsday. Everybody's upset about it because that's not how Doomsday works. But you just have to accept it.
Wait.
DC's
Lex
getting
Luthor
desperate.
created
Lex Luthor
Doomsday?
created Doomsday. Yes. Lex Luthor created Doomsday, and for some reason, Lex Luthor also has this weird thing where he tries to force feed people Jolly Ranchers. He's weird. I feel like the casting for Lex Luthor would have been better if they casted him as the Riddler or something. Because the guy who's playing Lex Luthor is pretty weird. He's like, I'm gonna give you a Jolly Rancher, it's cherry flavor, ooh. Or, you know, like, all this weird stuff. It's just something Lex Luthor just wouldn't do. You know? Lex
The DC
Luthor,
live action scene is just looking pretty desperate. As far as movies go, TV shows like Arrow and all those, not bad actually.
Joker is looking pretty promising though. From what I saw in the trailer, it looks like they really went all out in directing and casting.
Well, it's a standalone film as well.
Yeah.
So
oh, you've seen the trailer?
Yeah, I've seen the trailer. I've known a little bit about it. So it's just a standalone film on its own.
Yeah.
So they just try and build it up.
I watched like a few seconds of the Aquaman movie, and from the few seconds that I saw of the movie, I know the entire plot of the movie, and it's dumb. So, I like the design of the bad guys though, like the grunt workers that the bad guys have. The stormtroopers basically. That's what they are. But they look like bad. They look like Power Rangers villains basically. They're all like super colorful. They have like those big helmets. Like they just look like the Power Rangers, except it's all the red or it's all the White Ranger. and they're just shooting at you with water guns. Like, that's literally what they have. They have a gun, you pour water into it, you pull the trigger, it squirts out water, and the water makes things go boom. That's literally it, and it's absolutely hilarious. And like the way Aquaman acts, like the way they casted Aquaman, the way Aquaman behaves, I hate it because he's basically bootleg Thor. Like, he has the same voice, he has the same hair, he has the same physique, he practically has the same face as Chris Hemsworth. Honestly, they might as well have just casted Chris Hemsworth and just told him to be Thor, but underwater, and it would have worked. And I hate that. I hate
It probably
it so
would have
much,
worked better though.
It probably would have worked better. It would have made me less angry that, like, just DC's just desperate attempts to compete with Marvel. Like, you can really, like I watched the movie and I was like, you could really, like, the few seconds I saw of the movie, and I was like, you could really tell DC was scrambling to compete with, Infinity War and, Endgame and all that. Because DC is just terrible at, marketing and doing stuff like that. Well, I wouldn't say they're terrible at marketing, they're just not as good as Disney is.
Well, who can compete with Disney?
Yeah, who can compete with Disney? Not even Disney can compete with Disney. You know, there's times where Disney gets confused and tries to sue itself? Yeah. So
I've bought us
you
some
made
cake. I bought us some
Sweet.
cake. I was trading emeralds and he wouldn't give me any more emeralds for wheat, so I had to give him an emerald for cake so he would restock his wheat supply. So I bought us some cake. Boop. There you go.
Oh yeah. It's floating cake.
That makes it delicious.
It's the angel food cake. Oh. Huh. Huh. I brought a bunch of bread. And I'll buy snaps. This guy's happy with me. I need to kill some cows and get the leather worker more available cell slots.
Yeah. Let me see, I might have some leather. Let me check if I have enough.
I bought an emerald from the armor. And I need 2 emeralds to buy his leather pants. Hold on. You have any coal?
Not on me. You can check the closet though. The broom closet. I'm sticking our shared resources there.
Oh, the cleric gives you bottle of enchanting. That's good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy some arrows from this guy. Oh wait a minute. Oh well, that's fine. I just need to get more wheat and stuff. Bones. Oh, I got some bones on me.
Nope.
Hey,
I don't have
Snow.
nearly
How've you
enough
been?
leather.
I've been good.
That's
How
great.
you guys been?
We've been pretty good too. Recently we've gotten really into Conan Exiles.
I can see that. Hey, I did tell you it was good.
Yeah,
You're
it
right.
was.
And it has like all beasts and everything like that. Have you got? Well, you probably wouldn't got that stage yet, but you can actually face like dragons and all that type of stuff as well. I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, we're on our personal world, which I'm like, we should really start streaming from. They would be a bit harder to find because actually no, you'd still be streaming to your YouTube account, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We just start streaming from that one because I think it like we're just having a great time with it. We've got like this base. We've got like this whole courtyard of pain. We're like currently making plans of amassing an army to take down a basilisk. We're getting ready to take down.
Oh,
We're making the prep stages.
Basilisk is freaking hard.
We found it
Yeah.
in the arena and we were like, this is amazing, we must kill it. And then we walked in and we were like, instant regret.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I need to stock up on hearts because I'm worshipping Set, and it's perfect for fighting the basilisk because I can make antidotes, and we just have a bunch of antidotes and just be immune to its poison.
So who do you worship most?
I worship... I can't remember
It's
her
like
name.
Darkatos.
Yeah, Darkatos or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a piece
the
of...
death
You know what?
lord.
You know what? We need a piece of obsidian to make an enchanting table.
Go back to
Yeah.
the lava. Go back to the lava. There was obsidian there. I remember seeing it.
But we need a diamond pickaxe. And we have 4 diamonds. If we use 3 of those, we'll only have 1 diamond left. Not enough diamonds to make an enchanting table. I'm guessing that's where the problem is. Oh, there's somebody at the door. Oh, there's people in the living room, so they can answer it. Yeah, sorry. I'm just having a hard time with family at home because it's like they expect me to do everything. So I'm getting into the habit of doing less and less things for them. It's not necessarily because I'm being... Yeah, it's not necessarily because I'm being, like, mean or rude. It's like, they expect me to do literally everything. Like, get out of my room to get something in the kitchen, and while they're sitting in the living room that's, like, right next to the kitchen, kind of thing. Like, I have to walk across the whole house to get something that they're just sitting next to, kind of deal.
As I said, I totally understand.
Yeah,
Personal
and I'm like...
experience.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that anymore.
It's like, nah, I don't feel like doing it.
But anyway.
No, I totally...
Well, I'm glad you understand. They clearly don't. They just think I'm being ungrateful.
I get home from work, I'm like, I can't be bothered doing anything.
Oh man, there's a creeper. It's scary. How about the creepy fiend? Oh, there's zombies harassing the villagers. Take this, you fleshy foe.
Die to death. There we go.
Okay, I want to trade up these emeralds. Okay. Wheat!
Die until you're
potatoes.
dead. There we go.
I got 9 emeralds. I'm gonna buy some pie. I bought this man's pie. I'm gonna go over to the leather worker. Hey, leather worker, I wanna buy your pants. Is that it? Do you need me to buy a bunch of pants? Is that all you're gonna sell me? Oh, you're gonna sell me a leather tunic. Sweet. I'm gonna go to the armor and sell these leather pants.
If only you could sell cobblestone to a villager for emeralds.
Yeah. That'd break the game.
It would break the game.
Okay, armor. Oh, you're the weaponsmith. Do you want some leather pants? Weaponsmith. I got plenty of those. Ah, I found you, armor. I'm guessing you don't want to sell me these leather pants. But that's okay. I'll just kind of dump them. I don't know what to do with these leather pants, but now I can buy an enchanted leather tunic. I'm beginning to think that the leather worker is useless. I'm hoping that he has saddles to sell. That would be incredibly useful. Hey Creeper, would you like these leather pants? Hey. No, what about the zombie? I'm gonna throw some leather pants at the zombie.
I bet
See
he'll
if he
put
picks
them on. Well,
No.
I don't think he'll equip them. I think he'll just hold them in his hand.
That's true. He'll hit me with a pair of like, oh, I killed the zombie! I blew up a creeper next to him. Oh. Oh, I know what I
Poor
can do. I can
zombie.
dye these leather pants.
Then you'll have cool leather pants.
I'll have some sweet leather pants to replace my broken chain pants. I'll put the leather pants in the cake chest. Alright. I have seeds. I've made this pumpkin pie. It's delicious.
I broke my legs. There we go. Oh.
I remember my great-grandmother having a recipe for pumpkin pie. It's been years.
Pumpkin pie is really good.
Pumpkin pie is the best pie.
Depends on how it's made, though.
There's a part of me that actually gets upset when I see sweet potato pie. Like, I know what it is, I just think it's an imposter. Like, it's good, but it's not pumpkin pie. But it basically tastes the same, and I hate it. It like...
Because it's taking over your favorite sort of pie.
Basically.
Like, I'll take her.
I don't know why. I just don't like it.
It's like we will rule the world with our potato pie.
Sweet potato pie. It's like there's, I'm not sure if, it's like there's sweet potatoes with marshmallows that are just kind of been baked together, you know? It tastes like that.
What?
Okay, yeah, I don't really know a point of reference, because you don't do Thanksgiving, and it's like a staple for like American Thanksgiving. And I'm like, how do I describe this dish?
My head hurts.
So it's like a casserole. It's like a casserole of sweet potatoes, but instead of like cheese or cream and mushroom baked on top of it, it's just marshmallows. It's like baked. It's like sweet potatoes just glued together with sugar. And Americans eat it because we're unhealthy like that.
I don't eat it.
My head hurts.
I make a green bean casserole for
It's
Thanksgiving.
too
That's what I
much.
make.
You make
It's
a
too
green bean
much.
casserole that you don't eat like for years on end, and then you finally eat it.
I finally ate it
occasion.
last year. I
Yeah.
finally ate the green bean casserole. Every year for years I've made green bean casserole for our family gatherings. And I've never, ever, ever eaten any of it until last Thanksgiving. And I was finally like, fine. My grandma was like, please, for me. And I was like, fine. So I ate
What
it.
national holidays does Australia have?
We have Australia Day, Queen's birthday, oh, we have so many, like, we have different types. We still have Thanksgiving, but not many Australians do have it. It's like Americans that come over and they have Thanksgiving here, pretty much.
Oh. Yeah.
So it like, because we're that much of a multicultural country, we just have everything. So pretty much every religion, every outside celebration, they bring to Australia, and we celebrate in Australia.
America is a country that wants to be multicultural, but it's afraid to let people in.
The thing is, it's not ruled with the person that is very accepting with multicultural people, correct?
I like how you use the term ruled. But yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
So, like the government that's been established here in America has been that way for centuries, though. Like, ever since we were founded, like, it was like a country based off of immigrants, but specifically the government only recognized white European immigrants. They didn't really care about very many others. But that's just how the world used to be back then. Same with Australia, when Australia was colonized by the British.
Australia is very much, probably, maybe still like that. I'm more accepting.
The only reason why I think Australia is more culturally adaptable is because of your geological location. Like, geographical location, because you're just surrounded by, like, you have British culture, but yet you're, like, right next to Asia, where you have access to Japanese, Polynesian, Indian cultures.
They can make some goddamn good food, I'll tell you that.
It's all flowing in and out. Like the most,
we have Mexican food.
We have Mexican food.
We have Mexican food too.
It's not the same.
It's just not
it is good. Not the same. Don't even try to tell me it's the same.
It is exactly the same.
It is not.
Wherever you go, it's exactly the same.
You haven't had Mexican food until you go to like one of those little side of the road, hole in the walls Mexican restaurants that are just somebody's house.
Exactly.
Really?
That's real Mexican food.
That's basically how Texas, San Antonio Mexican restaurants are. It's literally just someone's house that they've converted into a taco house, and that's it. And like they serve traditional Mexican recipes there. I say traditional because the people who are living there and owning the restaurant probably from Mexico.
Like straight up crossed the river, came in and then opened up a Mexican restaurant.
Dug underneath the wall,
it's like jumped the fence, built up a house, and started selling Mexican food.
Basically,
it's pretty much.
That's pretty much what all Americans immigrants do. Because like Chinese people, not all Chinese people, but a lot of Chinese people would come over, start a Chinese restaurant, because like the main reasoning is white people just like foreign food.
It is so true.
The thing is, like Australia itself, we like to try different things. There's some people that are with the old-fashioned way, and they just want to have the old-fashioned food, but I still like to experiment. Personally.
Like Britain, like if you just look at Britain, most of their food was exotic, because a lot of the food they had was like, like roasted pork, cabbage, bitter, savory things essentially. But then they were introduced to spices from India, tea from China, sugar from North America, and they were chocolate.
Like, gotta have it.
Yeah, especially chocolate. Chocolate basically just changed Europe forever. Like, especially Austria and Germany, they just went crazy with the discovery of chocolate. Like, they were even building things out of chocolate, because that's how much they loved the stuff.
Chocolate is good, though. I gotta admit that.
And,
chocolate is amazing.
Here's a fun fact about chocolate. The Spaniards, the people who just quote-unquote discovered the Mayan and Incan civilizations that made chocolate, they didn't eat it. They were afraid to eat it, because the Mayan word for chocolate was caca. As a Spanish-speaking person, a liquid, brown liquid substance that these Native Americans that you perceive to be savages are just drinking. They call it caca, right? So there's a bit of confusion there.
What's strange with caca? It's normal.
Oh yeah.
I can imagine this like a savage guy saying caca.
The Spaniards literally thought the Mayans were just drinking bowls of poop. That's why they were afraid to drink it. Until somebody, I guess, decided to try it.
They were like, oh,
oh my
we've
God.
made a great misunderstanding here. Whoops.
I know someone at work at with my job and that. His family's from Tongan or Samoan or something. No, Samoa. And he has like hot chocolate, and what they do is they grind down like a cocoa bean, and make chocolate straight in the like they melt it down and make it
I did
straight
that before.
in the kitchen.
It was real fun. I basically bought a bag of cocoa beans, and like the advertisement was like, this form of cocoa is the least refined cocoa that you'll ever find on the market, just 100% cocoa. And you know what I did? I just took those cocoa beans and refined them. I was like, yep.
It's like apparently like what he did was because his parents go over to Samoa all the time. They just get a cocoa bean over there and bring it back over.
Nice.
The Aztecs and Mayans never actually ate chocolate. They always drank it. They would always boil it with goat milk or something. Like they would always boil it with goat milk and they would drink it. And the way Mexicans do it now is that they add spices like chili powder and cinnamon like that to give the hot chocolate like a kind of spice to it. And that's how it's traditionally been made. Yeah. But everything like chocolate bars, solid chocolate, chocolate pudding, chocolate cake pies, it's all European.
Yeah, but still, it's all good.
Not to say, not to say it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's the history behind it.
That's a main reason I wanted to like travel the world to discover different things like that.
I remember one of Morse's birthdays. I just went to all these retail stores buying all these international chocolates. They put them all in a box.
You would have loved that.
It was great. I split them up into like pieces and shared I split like one up into like a bunch of chunks, and then my friends and we just all had a piece of it at the same time, and we were like, okay, this one is interesting. And that's how we tried them all. It was great.
There was chocolate from South America, chocolate from Poland, chocolates from Germany, chocolates from Britain. I think I even had an Australian brand of chocolate somewhere in there. And of course I had an American chocolate maker. But like...
Australian coffees, like chocolate's a little bit... not the best.
I had... Australian licorice is pretty good, I hear. That's a thing.
I don't like licorice actually, so I don't know.
I don't like licorice either.
I know, what is it? It's not like black licorice though, like both of the, like there's this Australian licorice
Like
company.
a red licorice or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite type of licorice is Scotty dogs though. I like those ones. I don't know why. It's basically like licorice, black licorice that uses a Scottish recipe in the shape of terriers. It's just basically like licorice gummy dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those. It's not. Just eat them up. Eat up the doggos.
Dog.
It's like It's like there was a ad a couple of years ago in Australia. It was like, "Don't eat a dinosaur, Daddy." The
I would eat dinosaur meat. 10 out of 10. Would Triceratops again.
What do you think about us Australians having kangaroo meat though?
Kangaroo meat. I mean, you eat it. You eat it. French people eat frogs and snails. I've eaten alligator before. What's the most exotic thing I've eaten?
My mom ate actual dog meat when she went to Mexico once. Like it was a hot dog that was literal dog.
I mean, if you kill it, you eat it. That's just how it goes. I've actually wanted to try kangaroo jerky before. I've just never gotten around to getting some.
I love jerky. I love jerky. If I was ever to go to America, I'd be like, hey, give me all this spicy jerky.
It's
love jerky.
kind of expensive though. You can make it. I've always wanted to make jerky.
You have to get like the meat that's used for silverside, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Make it that way.
I wanted to get like some pieces of meat and cut them really thin and build a smoking rack above my fire pit, but my fire pit just got completely wrecked. It was like a stone fire pit, but it keeps getting knocked down because they have dogs.
Oh lord, yeah.
Yeah. The dogs like literally just kind of throw themselves at it. I'm like, why? Why do you do this?
Why do you do the things you do?
Speaking of dogs, I don't know why, but recently I found this picture of it's like a boxer and a veterinarian clinic, I think it is. It looks like some kind of clinic. But it's a boxer and like the picture is the boxer is sitting in the background. On the floor in front of the boxer is a puppy pad. And the boxer is just throwing up like a sea of purple liquid. And I don't know why, it just looks hilarious because the boxer's face. Like the boxer doesn't look like it's in pain or anything. The boxer just looks like, oh, this is where they find out I've eaten something I shouldn't have eaten. Kind of face. As it throws up like that purple goop from the live-action Cat in the Hat movie. Because that's what it looks like. Why? But every time I see that picture, I just can't stop laughing. And it's hilarious. I love it. And I don't know why. Oh, sorry. My sense of humor is very strange.
Sounds very strange.
Oh man. Here you go, boys. Another picture that our viewers can't see. I love it.
I haven't gotten it yet. It hasn't come through.
Boxer's face. Oh. It looks like a bucket for my dad. I wish I could send it to you, Jon Snow.
You can send it to me. You could do that.
I wish I could. I don't know how. I don't know how that even. I don't even understand how that's physically possible. That amount of liquid to be contained in that size of a dog.
Oh, that's awful.
I want to get the PlayStation app just so I can send this to Jon Snow. Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's ay.
Uh,
Like, how did this even happen?
the moment that dog realized it's in trouble.
It messed up.
I found a buttery zombie.
Ay.
Poor dog.
Feel bad, Phil.
Good thing it's in a veterinarian clinic. Maybe that's why it was in the clinic. Man.
Like, it's like you say to your kids, "Oh, don't eat this." It's like, it's bad. Next minute, it's gone, and next minute you see the kid in the corner, like rolling around because his belly's sore.
Yeah.
And it ate the thing that he told.
It's basically it.
Not
And then and the kid just pukes up an ocean.
exactly.
Oh no. Oh, I've been watching like stories of like entitled parents and entitled children because like it's just a thing.
Go on.
And there's this one story that I really find hilarious. It was of this lady who did she did chewing tobacco, and she would carry around she would carry around like a soda bottle where she would put all of her spit into. And then one day, this kid, she's like sitting at the park, and this kid's like, "I want your soda, give it to me." And the lady's like, "No, I'm not gonna give this to you, even if it was soda. I assure you, kid, you do not want to drink this." And the mom, looking visibly exhausted, was like, "Look, my kid was spoiled by his grandma. He doesn't know how to take no for an answer. Just give him the bottle." And so the lady gave the kid the bottle. The kid took a sip and immediately started vomiting and regretting his decision.
Beautiful.
The kid immediately regretted that.
I would so do that just on purpose.
Yeah.
Give it to the kid and watch it.
Oh, that was a beautiful story.
I'm a cruel human being.
Poor
I
kid.
do that just for a laugh.
Honestly, okay, story time with Robot. Oh, I found a lava cavern.
Oh god.
Chris's ever drank. It was a bottle of Coca-Cola. Same with the Coca-Cola. It actually was Coca-Cola. Okay? It was glass. It was a Coca-Cola in a glass bottle. The problem with the Coca-Cola in the glass bottle is that it was bottled in 1998.
Fair enough.
Yep. By the time I drank the Coca-Cola, it was like almost 20 years old.
Yes.
Anyway, I thought it would be fine. It's soda. It's filled with preservatives. It's sealed hermetically in a glass bottle, right? No. Turns out it's like nail polish, where the ingredients start diluting and separating.
Oh, that's not good.
Awful.
That's not good.
That would have been yum.
It tasted like despair and regret and sadness.
Hey, random Slav. Yeah, looks like you're the only one, the only viewer here. At the moment, anyway.
Anyway, yeah. That was the grossest thing I drank. A bottle of soda that was older than I am.
Oh god. Ugh.
Moral of the story, don't do that.
Don't do it, man.
Hey.
Don't do it.
Hey, I have actually seen people that have had week-old or more Maccas in the back of their seat, in the back of their car, and they've eaten that because they were hungry.
What's Smackers?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Yeah, but it's filled
Yeah.
with preservatives. Oh, I found a zombie.
Cool. I
I mean,
had
not
to
a
go back
zombie,
up to get
spawn.
another pick.
But like, McDonald's hamburgers could last you for like practically a month to be back. The back
Have
seat
you
of your
have
car.
you seen the lady who had she did this thing about all the gross like preservatives that are in McDonald's food, and she had this burger that was like 10 years old, but it looked brand new. Like,
It
no
looked
joke,
brand
it
new.
looked like she had just bought it, but it was 10 years old. It was so disgusting. She took it all over the world, and eventually it wasn't like held in customs, and I think that's how she ended up having to get rid of it.
So, the thing was, here's this fun fact about McDonald's. Just 2 years ago, the FD&A, the Pure Food and Drug Association,
Yes.
forced McDonald's to start using real beef and chicken in their products. If that
They
happened
forced them
2 years ago, imagine
Ugh.
what was in the hamburgers before then. Right?
Ugh.
It was just recently where they were forced to use actual meat in their products.
I just got chills down my back because back in the day I used to eat Macca's almost every night.
Yeah.
2 years ago I would have.
Right, but that's I mean, so like
Yeah.
McDonald's their recipes are different like all over the world. Like in Sweden, I know McDonald's, like they have like way different food laws, so everywhere you go it just depends on the laws and wherever you are.
Okay, I should be able to relax then. Australia's pretty strict on their food laws.
Yeah, so Sweden, so they were like, if you are gonna like sell your products here, you have to follow these super strict guidelines.
That's good.
Like I think it was M&M's in Sweden. They were like, we won't allow what you use for coloring in your for your M&Ms, and they had to find like a new way to do it.
For color.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. America really loves its synthetic food, like food made out of just absolute garbage. We're fine with it.
It's like if
'Cause
you can
we're a
make it look
nihilistic
like food,
society.
it's fine. As long as it looks like food, it's fine.
As long as it looks like food
Exactly,
and
it
it's
is
salty enough,
absolutely
people will eat
fine.
it. If it
That's
looks
true.
like food and if it's salty enough, because that's just how the American palate is. I don't know. I went back to retrieve my things, and now I'm lost. I'm in the end
I
room.
cannot help you. I don't know where you died. And I was up
I
on
have
the
an idea
surface when
where
you died.
Oh, I was in like the other cave. I just need to find the staircase. I died in a mob spawner. It spawned skeletons.
That's gonna be handy.
That's really what I'm concerned about, is that. Is it this way?
Random Slav is gone. They left.
Oh, bye, Random Slav.
Goodbye, Random Slav. You will be missed.
Yep.
I think I've not missed a stream that you guys made actually. I mean, I've missed a couple of streams, but I haven't missed much of your streams. That's pretty surprising.
Look at you go.
You are super awesome, that's why.
Yeah. You are a fan. And it's weird. We have fans.
We have a fan.
It is very weird.
We have a fan.
Very weird.
No, we have two fans. Remember CR?
Yeah,
I suppose Chris
when I
counts.
was there.
What?
I said I suppose.
I think CR was...
Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, no, I
Yeah,
said what because I, like, punched a stone brick, and it broke, like, at the speed of dirt.
Oh.
I think it's because it was silverfish stone, but... Yeah, I thought it threw me off for a second.
And no, CR is literally just Razzo.
Yeah. Oh no, the mystery is out there.
We've said it like how many times?
I think you said a couple of times in the stream or something like that.
You said it quite a few. No, we gotta keep the mystery.
No.
The hidden lore behind our channel. I'm just in a dark hole. And I can't wait to do Nephel's House of Horrors, because then I get to be a character. Oh my gosh. He's gonna be a handful.
Well, hopefully, is Nephel's House of Horrors a homebrew?
Yeah, and it's gonna be a homebrew, and I was gonna implement my own mechanics to it as well.
Do you have a preference on characters? Races.
Nope.
Races in. Okay.
Nope. Just anybody, just throw them in. I want to see how it works. I gotta devise. I haven't really started working on it. I just know the beginning, the end, and the concepts behind it, the mechanics that I want to implement, and the way Nephil is going to interact with both being the DM. Oh, I found the staircase, and an actual character in world. That's what he is.
How does Relo
He's based.
Relo.
He's a half-orc.
Yes,
useful.
half-orc. Bard.
He seems to be like a smart person. I'm pretty sure you could bend Nephel's ear. Because basically what Nephil is going to be doing the whole time is just kind of sitting at the top of his house and just, I don't remember where my stuff is anymore. And just kind of making life miserable for everyone else.
Oh, don't worry. I can make it interesting.
Nice.
I could, because my main thing was I was going to do like songs of chanting like a sleep potion sort of thing, like the singing. So that was going to be my character. Like I was going to pretty much make everybody asleep.
Oh, sweet.
That's pretty cool.
I think Morse was a bard once, and like her main attack was literally just insulting people into oblivion.
It was great. Have we told the story of the guy that I just because you suck story? That one was fun.
Yeah.
That was in the same session where you burned and froze me. Memories.
Do you want to tell him?
Yeah, we were raiding this camp. It was like bandits or whatever, something that, you know, like standard, basic D&D stuff. And,
yes.
as things go when one has a fire-wielding companion, everything was on fire.
Yes.
And,
Burn, baby, burn.
and I was in the middle of this on-fire camp. Francisco Ruiz, can I join? Yes, you can join. You can join us if you do desire to join. We would love to have you.
You gotta send Morse a friend request first.
I will accept it immediately upon receiving it.
I'm on fire.
And where was, oh yes, everything was on fire. I was in the middle of it. Most of, like, pretty much we went through systematically, you know, destroyed everyone. And it came down to the last guy, and he was like literally just burning alive in the middle of his burning camp. And he was just like, he was like right on the verge of death, and he goes, "Why?" And I just went,
I think the story behind that guy, because there's this one bandit who didn't do anything because he saw his friend had died, and he was just crying the whole time.
yeah. And he was like, "Why?"
Like, he kept rolling Constitution or something, and he just kept failing.
He failed his save
Oh,
throws on every turn.
yeah, he just kept failing, so he just kind of sat there like, why, my friend? Uh...
And he looks at me and he goes, "Why?" And I just look at him and go, "Because you suck." And he turned to ash and
you
fluttered
dealt
away.
the maximum amount
I
of
crit him
damage.
and dealt max damage.
Yeah.
It was
That
pretty
is
awesome.
beautiful.
And he just turned to ash and fluttered away in the wind. Ow! Silverfish.
Okay, I don't know where my stuff went.
That's me. Let me see if I got your friend request. Nope, but I can send you one. Let me see. Okay. I got this. Ooh, that is a super awesome for your profile pic. That is really awesome on your PlayStation. Okay, I sent it. You are the best. Oh, thank you. Popcorn, you robot, you died this time.
Oh, I couldn't find my stuff, and I wanted to go welcome the new person, so I gave up looking for my stuff. So just threw myself into lava, and now I'm walking to the spawn area.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
lost.
coming to.
I would be there, but I'm lost.
You can just teleport to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I can teleport you for you. What if we teleport each other at the same time?
You just swap places?
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, yay. Coming.
There we are.
Ew, there's baddies absolutely everywhere, and I'm unarmed.
Me
Well,
too.
looks like looks like I'm in for a wild ride. Good thing I have these leather pants.
The leather pants. Oh my goodness. Okay,
This is
let
all
me
with a
see.
shovel.
Let me send them a party invite. Surely that'll deal crit damage. PlayStation, please don't freeze. Don't worry, it's all okay.
Killed me. I got him for.
Oh.
Boom.
No, I'm running away. I'm gonna die.
Oh.
Wait,
Spiders.
Oh, no.
perhaps there's some kind of
Oh
armament I
my.
can use around here. Oh, I know.
No, no.
Oh, hello, Joker Killer.
Hello.
I can use potions. I am a wizard after all. Let's see here.
Welcome.
I
Ooh, cake.
have arrows of harming. I can hit my enemies with those. Alright, I'm just gonna go up there.
Oh, phantom.
I'm descending the castle steps. Hello. Oh, I must kick them. I know my brown pants are somewhere around here. Ah, here they are. I've rearmed myself and re-put on my pants.
Ow. Phantoms.
I'm engaging the zombies.
Feel free to wander and explore and build wherever you would like. I believe he's piling your stuff out for you because it was all on the ground.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I didn't have any oh, Jon Snow.
There's your stuff. Sorry.
Oh, I was building, it was just like, poof. There we go.
There's your stuff.
Joker killer, I have a present for you. Have some pants.
I was putting down my, dirt.
Hey.
Yeah, I probably should have given you some warning.
Hey, Jon Snow, would you like some pants?
No, I need to have some sleep because I'm gonna keep getting killed by phantoms otherwise.
Okay.
I think morning's here. It might be a little bit difficult to go to sleep.
That's great. Jon Snow, would you like some pants? I can change the color of them if you'd like.
No, I'm okay with not having leather pants.
Alright, I'm gonna make my leather pants blue so they match my robe.
Does our new player want some leather pants?
Yeah, if you gave them.
He's passing out leather pants like they're candy.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Does he want some?
Now how do I dye pants?
I think you gotta... I think there's like a whole section for that, isn't it? No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Should we with coloring wool and all that sort of stuff?
There it is. I've done it. I now look weird. Look at my pants. I have a belt and knee pads now.
Wait, let me see. So you're saying you didn't look weird before?
Yes.
Right? That's what... Okay. If that's what you believe.
What I'm saying. Because now I have like a brown torso. I have like a really thick belt. We also have some rainbow sheep. If you want to check and build whatever out of wool. We have things ready for pixel art and stuff like that. But I guess if you want any other kind of block that isn't a block of wool, I'm afraid we haven't set up that, because we wanted to build a little player village, but business hasn't really been that booming.
It'll grow over time.
Yeah. What do you think of the
I
castle, Joker Killer? He's downstairs. Oh. Yeah, I built this. It's the unfunded. Oh, would you like to come over here to the Bedrock Drake Brewery? What can I get you for, Joker Killer? I don't really have a menu.
To
You seem like
viewers,
somebody
no,
who...
we are not like speaking to somebody who is speaking back to us.
No.
Joker Killer. It's not. Joker Killer's not only silent for viewers. Joker Killer is silent for all of us.
Okay.
Just so that doesn't get confusing. Like they're talking to somebody that we can't hear.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, this is safe for us to figure.
Yeah, don't worry. We can't hear them either.
I have a perfect brew for
What
you.
freak?
I'm gonna
Can
make
I
it...
please have cat admin?
I'm making a special brew.
Cat admin. Let's see where I have a sign for that.
I want to lead
Chat
cow
admin.
into my...
Chat admin. No.
So that means he can chat to us and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, Joker Killer. Bear with me for a second. It took a lot longer to brew. I should probably make pre-made potions. Oh, thank you for those delicious steaks that you've given me. I'll give you these. Here you go.
Oh, I want a cow. Just give me one cow. That's all I want.
One
I
cow?
just have a lead. One cow so I can start breeding.
I don't have one cow for you. I'm sorry. I can see if I have leads somewhere.
No. If I want to find the cow first, and you haven't found the cow yet.
Ah.
It's kind of hard to lead the cow if you don't. Well, I mean, I guess you could lead it with wheat if you want. But I don't have a cow. I'm sorry.
You can yell at me or whatever,
That
but
is
I feel like
fine.
I feel like this place needs some music.
I feel
that I
like
can't
I'm
hear.
dying. This place needs some music you can't hear.
Oh, there it goes. It's playing now. Yeah. There we go. This
Oh,
is
it's because I have music set to really low because it was really hard to hear people.
It is.
It's fine. I put a jukebox in the brewery.
Oh, I can hear it upstairs. It's nice.
Oh yeah, I haven't really finished building these, but these are guards' quarters. Yeah, this area down here is really unfinished. This is Oh, Morse. I have a present for you. Here you go. Oh, I already gave it, I think. Didn't I? Did you get it? Oh.
Wait, is there a replacement for this?
A replacement? Yeah, I can make tons.
Great. Whee!
Oh, do you like the fish tank? Morse built this. We used to have a lot more fish in here, but they all kind of despawned.
Oh, woo, yes, ah.
You don't like it?
Woohoo!
Oh, that guy! He's in there. Yeah, he was supposed to feed the fish, but I guess he fell in. He's fine. It's a skeleton,
I
so
am so fast. I
I don't
am
think
the
he can drown.
fastest.
What do you think of our library?
Wee. Oh, no, I missed it. Cake. Mm. I am the fastest. I am the fastest ghost. Wee. You knew exactly what I wanted. Best present in Minecraft ever.
I don't know what other wonders are on this floor. I know we
Wee.
have this library.
That ghost is fast. That ghost is fast. That ghost is fast, 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 fast.
Oh, we have a tower. We have
Aww. It's run out.
I'll use the dining room.
Robot. Robot.
Oh, we're off.
Robot, I'm not fast anymore.
Oh, we're
I
here.
am a slow ghost.
Oh, I'm eating in the dining room. Here, I'll make you some bread in the kitchen for you with that steak. Hold on. There's not really much in the kitchen. You can come in here if you'd like. Here you go. There's not even a crafting table in here. I was gonna make some bread, but I was like, oh, no crafting table.
On the floor.
Here's some wheat. This is Morse's personal bodyguard. He got washed back here because the fish tank had a leak. Oh no!
No!
He's exploded.
Morse is sad.
Here you go. Be moved to his rightful location.
Thank you.
Oh, it's fine, Joker Killer.
There's. I was like, where'd his head go? There it is.
I never actually finished the throne room. There's supposed to be like an escape room in there, but never got around to building it.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Here you go. Have some bread to go with your steak. Yep.
Here it is. The brewery. I wonder if it's open.
Oh,
Bartender.
yeah.
Bartender. I'm done with my glass.
What can I get you? Oh, he's the bartender now. Alright, I need one speed potion coming right up.
Wow,
Oh,
two
speed
swift potions.
Here, let me put on some music so you can enjoy your drink. Here, would you like some snacks? Oh, I see you already brought in some snacks. Whee.
Whoa. I am the fastest ghost. I am the ghost of speed. I particularly like it with the skin because it looks like I'm like driving an invisible car. I don't know why. It's the funniest it is to me. It never gets old.
Would you like some more speed potions?
No, I'm still speedy. Okay. I think I need to breathe for a little while. But I returned the bottle for you. Oh, man.
Just make a bunch of speed potions. We have them on hand. Ooh, what's this?
I don't know why I
bottles.
find that so funny. But it is to me. It is great.
Yeah, I used to have basically an assembly line of potions in one world. It was really fun. We just take one potion, move it down. Like each one had a each potion had its own assembly line. Brewing stand.
Nice. I'm gonna go looking for more diamond.
Alright. Should have had some kind of Fletcher. Need arrows.
There's
For
a
the-
Fletcher villager.
Yeah. You having fun?
Yes.
I was asking joke
I know.
but I'm glad you're having fun too, Max. Yay! Thank you for all the bottles. I'm glad you served you. I'm glad you've chosen us to serve you. In the Bedrock Drake Brewery. We're run by a wizard, so that's how we get all these magical potions.
Yeah, there's not really any other place for me to go for my speed potion. But, no.
We do have,
You wouldn't happen to have a sister location, would you?
no. I
Bad
could
joke.
make one.
Very bad joke. If you get
I
it,
got it halfway after realizing it.
yeah.
Halfway after you said it.
It's still good. I
Oh,
must say,
dude.
it is a decent joke.
Oh, hey.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Here you go, have a jukebox. Amazing this.
Okay, now I just have FNAF music stuck in my head.
Oh, now we have 2 jukeboxes. And I wonder if we could get both jukeboxes to make sound. So it's just the same song overlapping itself. That's what my mind went to. Okay, it's this regeneration I need. Glowstone. Yeah, I pretty much memorized all the potion charts. Because I just had tons of fun making them.
I should have brought more pickaxes, but as a non-dwarf, I forgot.
Yeah, always keep at least 3. Diggy dig. Do a little dig. Hmm. Oh, they're already regeneration too. Hmm. Make myself plenty of room for all these not torches, potions to go. I'm gonna change my skin back.
I was watching Ed, Ed, and Eddie today.
Oh,
Ah, childhood.
life is many doors, Ed boy.
I watched the first episode. Man, the Canker sisters are something else. Like, they're creepy. Like, very creepy.
Yeah. They're like obsessed with the Ed boys.
Yeah. They're so, like, just creepy, but you feel bad for them, though, because they're like, their home is awful. They're all from different dads.
Yeah. They live in like a gross trailer.
Yeah. It's sad. I feel bad for them.
Oh no. Well, that happened. I guess it didn't light up somewhere.
Are there monsters in the castle?
Possibly in the dungeon. Or outside.
In the dungeon. Thought you ought to know.
Oh, that's right. I never had a place with blaze powder, so it does go here. I'm just gonna leave a stack of nether wart in one of these things, because I'm always gonna use nether wart. What's this? Oh yeah, I remember what that is. I need sugar for that. I'm just gonna also keep
sugar. Speed potion. That goes just fast. That goes just fast. That goes just fast. I need more storage in my room.
I know you had like backpacks. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I'm gonna make some more chests. I will be the quickest ghost in the West.
Yeah, making a secret weapon. Oh wait, I should probably put those through the nether wart one first. Or just start brewing things. Heal. 1:03. I'm gonna do an experiment.
No, I'm not gonna chop down that tree. That's a giant tree. I'm gonna get angry with it, and it's gonna be like a whole thing. No. It'll just end with me burning the forest down, and I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that to myself.
I used to like building those machines that like just burn down whole forests so I could build castles. I'm not sure if they work anymore. It's basically just a line of dispensers that just spit out fire charges.
Why would you do that to a poor defenseless forest? Not to say I haven't burned down a forest in Minecraft before, but...
A bit of city on top of it, I guess. Why else would I cut down a forest? I remember building a machine that set the whole world on fire. But it was like, because we were renovating the whole world and we're gonna make like a whole, it was me and a group of friends. We were going to renovate the whole world. I think it was before flat worlds were designed. So we had to do it all manually. Okay. Alright, so it seems... Okay. So it can make two variants of
Lost, did you see me?
Seed Cola.
See you. I'll be honest, I was a little zoned out.
You definitely were.
What the heck? Hi.
Oh, what's going on up there?
Hello.
I like your sign.
Hi.
What's happened? Oh. Hi.
He might as well be holding a sign that says, "Notice me."
Why? That was a perfect opportunity to just log in with a different account and leave that account just standing there.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, so like every time you log into the server, it was just you standing in that glass.
Joker Killer just busted the glass open and shook his head no.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Wait,
don't do this.
I wait for him to move, then I'll put another lockdown.
Oh, wait, you can hear you. It doesn't work. He's not gonna move anymore.
They're trying to kill me.
I'm not helping.
He's standing in the way.
It's a super crazy dance party.
It's just...
Alright, I'm stocking up the brewery.
Leave me in my hole.
I want to ask why, but at the same time, it's so worth it not to know.
Explain to me. We try and block it off. Everyone's gonna move to the back. Can we do it?
Alright.
Yes, yes. throw it in.
Robot comes upstairs. Upstairs.
Can't even see.
Oh. Oh my. Wait, wait.
Go the other end, it's like, help me.
Hold on. I got this. Wait.
It's like, help me.
Now we're all in here. I can't put the block down. Hooray. Oh.
Oh no, don't break the floor!
I broke the floor because I wanted to put the, those blocks there. Oh. There you go.
Oh, I'm in tears. Oh god.
No, my person.
There you go. This one's gasping in shock. He's got a steak. I accidentally replaced.
Oh no, where's his clothes? He's nude. Oh. Oh my eyes.
You just teleported.
All hail.
Here, I bring offerings. Oh no!
No! Don't break my beautiful throne.
Oh no, you're just being pushed off. Quick escape, Mark! Oh, I know what I should do. I should replace this part, the minecart, with a boat, so you can just kind of slide around.
Yes. Yes.
That'd be great. I wanna do that. Boat.
I'm pushing him around.
Oh, it seems that he cannot place a boat here. Right. And I shall attempt to replace. It's gonna be a tad easier to slide around in this thing.
This is too much fun. He's trying to get all the empty boxes. Stop getting bottles.
I don't think the boat throne's gonna work. Oh yeah. Wait. I bet I could push it around. Hold on. I'm the locomotive. Quick, Jon Snow, get in. Oh no, my boat! My speedy getaway. No. The boats. Quick! Chibi's getting away!
Not for long.
You put a boat down and chase after him. Wait, Jon Snow! Jon Snow, wait!
Oh god.
Oh, we're stuck in here.
Probably here, no. Go through it.
The boat.
Save us. He's getting a getaway. Sorry, my bad.
Wait.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh, no.
Oh. We didn't get to place the boat down. We couldn't have a high-speed boat chase.
Well, the boat didn't go through the front of the house.
Oh.
It was too slow. So you can't die at the front door.
I'm gonna put all your stuff in the boat.
My
Yeah.
eyes. Shite.
Oh no! This is Creeper Bridge! But everybody just gets blown up by creepers here.
Joker Killer's just rowing around in the grass. He made his way to the ocean. I just saw him rowing in the grass.
Like, roll, gently down the field.
Down the field!
And then he just slid along until he slid downhill and into the ocean.
Oh, I love that. That's gonna be the new childhood lullaby.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the field.
Down the field.
Merrily, 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 merrily. I will never yield.
Yeah, there we go. Oh.
Ah, where's he going? Is he drowning?
He's all.
I'll be right back.
He's free. Uh-oh. The Joker Killer dead by slime. But he was in a boat. How did that happen? Oh.
We're going to get out of the boat.
Here you go.
I want to make a boat so I can sail the 7 lands.
7 lands. The problem with boats is that they can't go uphill.
Oh well. I want to make a boat.
A porta boat. You can't catch me, monsters.
Okay,
There's
I'm
a horse
back.
doing a dance. Hi, Morse.
Hello.
Not being chased by a spider.
Robot, you know what you and I should do?
What?
You and I should build things like Cloud Down and things like that. challenges
Oh,
for
that'd
all
be
of
cool.
us to do together. That would be fun.
Cloud Town.
Cloud down.
Oh, Cloud Down.
Yeah, like
I could
different
build a spleef
challenges and
arena.
things. Little games for everyone to play.
That'd be alright. That'd be cool. I could build a spleef arena. I could build a coliseum. I really liked coliseums. What they call it? Oh, bye Joker Killer.
Bye, Joker Killer.
Usually when I do coliseums, I basically build like a big round building with like a lot of seats, and like in the sand pit there's just dispensers that like spawn monsters at like different difficulty. Like you fight one zombie, then you fight two zombies, and you fight three zombies, and you fight zombies with husks, and then you fight more husks and zombies, and it just gets more and more difficult as time goes on.
Cool.
Things like that. I could do that. I could get to building an arena. I could build a coliseum that doubles as a theater, and we can put on Roman plays.
Wait.
I've received a PlayStation 4 invitation. Joker Killer. Oh, that's probably right. I probably received a friend request from him as well. What's surprising me is that my stream hasn't just inexplicably ended.
Yes, the stream's still going. Strange.
I haven't really done a full stream in a while because my internet's just been garbage. Oh, I picked up a whole bunch of your stuff. I'll
That's
kind
fine.
of plop it back. It's still here at the castle. I'll just hoover it up and put it in the chest.
Just put it in my breeder
Burrito?
outside my house. You
Oh.
know where all the everything was there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So-
behind your house.
It's behind our house.
Your
Yeah.
castle. So yeah, because
What did you
your little
say?
basis is-
I meant house
I'm
is his
watching your
castle
stream
or
right
something.
now.
Yeah. We didn't inspect with invites by Joker Kid.
Yeah, right there. That's it. Oh, thank you. It's very big delay.
Oh, this is nice. I like what you've done here.
If you look down further.
I look down to the window.
Oh, keep coming.
The chickens. Ooh.
Got some nice
Saw that, but
tunnels
yeah.
here.
So go down that one. This one isn't that much.
I see.
That one's more.
Oh, these strip mining tunnels.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's diagonal.
Yeah, I made it like that. That's cool way.
Wow, you sure have gone far.
Oh my.
Yeah, I was gonna make all this, so I was gonna dig down, so I can make a tree farm.
Nice.
Hmm.
Hello.
I'm just have to see the surface. See, I told you, horse. Jon Snow is a fellow dwarf.
In secret, yes.
Oh.
Sorry, my bad.
There is this meme that I saw that was really funny. It was like a dwarven dad and his son. And they're standing
Yes.
next to like a river of lava. And like the dad was like, "It's sink or swim, boy." And the son's like, I don't think I can swim in that. It sounds like elf talk to me, son. uh. I'm gonna start plotting out a place to start constructing a coliseum in Spleef Arena.
Well, if you need cobblestone, I have plenty.
Oh, I was just gonna pop into creative because there's just a lot of
forgot.
redstone. I could turn this island into not this island, this peninsula here into a coliseum.
That would be cool.
Or I could convert one of these islands. It wouldn't be that big. Hmm. And you could no. No, that's gonna take way too long and we'll get so tired of it. I was gonna say, we could clear out an area in the forest and rebuild their Monopoly game.
Hell no.
Forrest and I
Too
spent
much.
days building a whole fully functional Monopoly board.
It was beautiful. It had a giant top hat in the center. And on a whole redstone dice rolling machine. It was great.
Wow, that would be
Yeah.
so much work
You still have the world, eh?
Yeah.
We could just invite Jon Snow and we could all just play Monopoly. That's great because you can just copy the world from like before we started playing and just delete the games that we finished.
Oh, you know what would be awful?
What?
That 3D maze you and I were talking about? Made out of glass?
Yeah. I feel like we could utilize these little islands for little challenges. Like, the island here has like a little dungeon leading into the 3D maze. This one has like a cave that we can convert into an entryway. Like an actual cave that we could just organize and spruce up and convert into the entryway of our maze. Oh hey, I found a treasure chest. Sweet. I'm gonna just leave it there.
Yeah, I've kind of been leaving them too.
Coliseum. I think I can build a Coliseum here. I'll just level up. So... I don't know, like putting a Coliseum here, it reminds me of Legend of Korra. Because they have the pro bending arena, like their sports arena, like just sitting on an island. I really like, that's the only thing the Legend of Korra has going for it. If you've seen it, it's a continuation on the Avatar: The Last Airbender series. It's where, it's like after Avatar Aang has died, and the original cast of the show is all old. Right? They're just all old people. Some of them are dead, but most of them are old. Basically Aang passed away, and so the new Avatar is taking Aang's place. And like it's after the 100 Years War, so the world is, for the most part, the world is at peace. So they have like the technology of like the 30s, and it's real cool. It's all steampunky and mystical and real cool looking. That's like the main thing I like about Legend of Korra is the technology and the aesthetic of it. It's like Chinese steampunk.
Sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
I can't believe he died. Though it's so him.
Everyone talk about that.
All of them do die, eventually.
Mm. Katara became the new Grand.
No. Why?
Yeah, 'cause she's old and she had kids with Aang. Now she's a grandma. Ah,
No, I can't breed chickens anymore.
oh,
Let's
you
kill
can't
some.
breed chickens. Oh, yeah, kill all the chickens. Chickens
Die.
die.
One chicken down.
She's like a child. I may be doing a lot of landscaping before I research building the Colosseum. Speaking of Roman architecture, in Introduction to Theater, college course I've been going through, they're starting to get to the Roman era of theater. It's pretty interesting, all the stuff that they had. They would build like these massive buildings in the side of like hillsides, and it'd be like a 3 or 4 story tall building. And like a lot of the architecture in ancient Roman theaters are being used in colosseums and arenas today. Like, even in the, like, places like the AT&T Center here in San Antonio. Speaking of colosseums, I'm thinking about graduation. And in the, like, Coliseum that our school did graduation, when I graduated and we had the big ceremony, there was some deflated Cookie Monster balloons just kind of stuck in the rafters, and then there was like a bird, like, freaking the frack out. like the whole time I was staring up at the ceiling, and I was sitting next to some friends. I think I was sitting next to Razzo and another friend. And they were like, "What you looking at?" And I just pointed, and there was this bird just flapping around.
Go crazy.
Going crazy, yeah. I was like, huh, a bird.
Bird.
Yep, bird.
It would be very helpful if I jumped when I jumped.
It would be hilarious that you jump and end up sinking further into the ground. That'd be an interesting way to crit fail like an acrobatics check. You fail so hard at jumping that you sink even further into the ground.
That would be pretty funny.
You are now
It's like
in a lower
stuck-
position than you would.
Like you're stuck in quicksand and you're trying to do an acrobatics check.
Mm.
And just
There
sink
was-
further.
There was this really funny story that I saw. It was about this party. They were like walking up the side of a mountain, and an avalanche hits their party, and the dwarf fails his AC check, and he gets blown off the mountain. So the DM's like, "Oh, dwarf, you're falling off the mountain. What are you gonna do?" And the dwarf's like, "I'm gonna flap my arms really hard, right?" And the DM's like, "Really?" And the dwarf is like, "Well, what else is there to do?" And so the DM's like, "Okay, roll to see how successfully you flap your arms." And the dwarf rolled a perfect 20, and so the dwarf just was flapping his arms really hard and just started flying back to the ledge that he got blown off. That would have been hilarious if that happened with Lord of the Rings. Gimli gets tossed off gets like blown off the side of the mountain pass, and he's just flapping his arms, flying over the crowd. Uh, uh.
That would be great.
What is it? No, I'm sad. Christopher Lee passed away a while ago. Christopher Lee's the guy who did Count Dooku and, Saruman.
Yeah, I know.
He's a nice one.
Yeah. I'm getting
it's gonna be
really
real.
tired.
Are we gonna end the survey? Alright, well,
I think
I did my
so.
landscaping. Well, I guess that's a stream then. I guess I can do the outro. I hope everyone had a good time. And I hope you guys have a good night, day, morning, evening, afternoon, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whatever you're having, I hope you have a good one of it. Anyway, Morse, as Morse usually says, we'll see you all in the
Bye. That was a good job. That was a good job.